Yesterday, I was on a field trip in Jacmel and in the surroundings of Jacmel to visit acute malnutrition treatment project. When I arrived to Jacmel town and the quake struck at around 4:30 in the afternoon. So it was one of the most powerful quakes I have ever had in my life. I experienced several. It was very violent, very brief, very noisy, and we just ran out of the place we were into the square of Jacmel city. Jacmel, it is a city nearby Port-au-Prince, across a ridge of mountains on the southern coast of the island. So it is not far away from the epicenter of the quake.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what the situation was like on the ground there today? What have you seen and what have you heard so far on the streets?
I'm still in Jacmel, and Port-au-Prince is not accessible by road because big rocks has fallen down from the mountains surrounding the city of Jacmel. So Port-au-Prince cannot be reached by road. I could only get out of here by plane or by boat. By boat would take 2 days. By plane, I hope to get a lift tomorrow morning to go back to Port-au-Prince. My understanding is that the situation in Port-au-Prince is dire. The damage is extensive. There have been a lot of buildings that have collapsed, including the presidential building, including the principal hotel of Port-au-Prince, the Hotel Montana and the Hotel Caribe, and including the headquarters of MINUSTA, the peace-building operation of the UN. Most of the UN agencies got extensive damage in their buildings and their communication are cut out. So I am in touch with headquarters, with Unicef headquarters, and I am in touch from time to time by satellite phone with my colleagues in Port-au-Prince. We are not sure that all our staff is safe and their families. While I am here, I am together with the MINUSTA people, try to bring as much help as possible, as much aid as possible to the city of Jacmel and to the children of Jacmel that have been severely hit by the quake. Jacmel is a city of 50,000 inhabitants, and we estimate that at least 20% of the city has been destroyed by the quake. So we may have more than 10,000 people homeless and maybe several thousand children. UNICEF has taken charge of water supply. We are already providing water bottles or water sachets, actually, to some distribution points. WFP is distributing food, and the civil defense is actually coordinating the response together with MINUSTA, the UN peacekeeping mission here. Over to you.
Do you have any sense of whether there are supplies that are already on the ground in Haiti ready to be distributed, or what are the needs right now?
Well, UNICEF has pre-positioned here in Jacmel 2,500 kitchen kits that will be distributed this night, along with WFP food and with UNICEF supplied water. We have also available a water tanker from the UN that is distributing water. What we need, we basically need drugs for the hospital. The hospital is partially operational, partially damaged. There are tens of deaths and probably hundreds of injured people. This morning, I was around the streets of Jacmel with the civil defense and with the district government to make a reconnaissance of the damage. And actually, I was witness to the extraction from rubble of two dead people, one little child and a mother, and one survivor, another woman that survived and was actually pulled out of the rubble alive and brought straight to the hospital. I know of several cases like that. People are still digging into the rubble, trying to rescue the people that are trapped inside.
Have you heard anything else from your colleagues in Port-au-Prince about the conditions there? Any stories that they've told you about what's happening on the streets there right now today?
No, sincerely speaking, it is extremely difficult to get in touch with Port-au-Prince. My understanding is that many big buildings have collapsed, and I am very worried that the slums of Port-au-Prince that are extremely precarious have also collapsed. So we may have extensive damage and a lot of lives that have been lost.